Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. This is about the Battle of Stalingrad operation, or in other words, Dream Machines number 2. So if you remember the Dream Machines operation, you played tanks in tiers 3 and above. You earned points for scoring, and as you accrued points, different drops or offers came up. And I'll go through that with you to make sure everything is good and that you understand the best way to do it. So it would be really helpful if you could leave a like for this video to spread the word so people can see this and understand the smartest way to play through this to get what you want to get. So realistically, the most important thing is that there are 4 tanks available. The lowest, next to lowest, third to lowest, and then the best one. And we're going to get to those in a moment. You're going to get a lot of different offers for 100 points or whatever, boosters and things of that nature. That is not what you want to waste your points on. And if you get those in the beginning, you're wasting your points. What you need to focus on is the tank you want the most, whichever that is. Now, everybody plays a different amount of this game. That's fine. Focus on the number one thing you'd like to get. Maybe it's the most expensive point tank. Maybe it's a specific tank that's not as expensive. That should be your number one goal, and do not be distracted by others. The smartest way that we did it was we said, well, okay, let's go for the top dog and get that. And then when you're done, the beautiful thing about this Dream Machines Part 2 Battle of Stalingrad, that's what they probably should have called it, is that you can get all 4 tanks, and then after those, or after any tanks that you decide you want, you could then start acquiring boosters. That is the secret. So you need to focus on your number one priority. Achieve that goal, see where you are in the timeline of what's available, and then make another new goal and go for that one. Some guys, like my friend Fish, he's retired, he'll get everything. He'll literally clean them out, okay? But he's the weirdo that has the time to do that. Most people do not. So you gotta prioritize what you want, and don't be distracted by the little trinket boosters. Those are good, but there's going to be at least one killer tank that you're going to want, and maybe there isn't. Maybe you don't want any of those, and then if that's what your story is, great. Go after the boosters. So now we're going to go and look at the info on the website. Okay, here we are at the Battle of Stalingrad. We're going to click on this for the challenge info. Dream Machines 2 if you want to get down to it. So here's the dealio. Right here you'll see this. You can get the lowest tank is the Lowes Sherman. Pretty solid. Number 2 on the list, Sturm VK36. Number 3, Stockade Object 703. And number 1 on the hit parade today is the King Tiger. So for myself, I'm going to prioritize King Tiger 1, Stockade 2, Sturm VK3. So here you go. Now what happens is you score points, and as you unlock 15 points, ooh, times 2 booster, waste of time. Don't do it. Same thing here. Blah, blah, blah. Premium time, which is useful down the road. Make no mistake about it. But get your big item first, or items, whichever that is for you, and then hit the premium time or the boosters, whichever one, floats your boat. Sorry, I didn't get all these here. ×2 and ×3 vehicle booster, the Charlie is 120,000 silver. Don't ever do this. Silver, just go play the game. Go play. Man, I can play one game potentially of Cold War in the right tank with a 65% bonus. If you have a Condor, you can make 120,000 silver in 1 or 2 games. And 2 games, if you're not having a great game, you have a decent game, you can get 2 or 3 games, you get 120,000 silver. Why would you kill yourself spending the time it takes to acquire 75 points for 120,000 silver? It's a mistake. Don't do it. ×4 commander boosters, much better. Premium time, it's 50-50. Once I finish the tank business, then it's premium time and ×4 commander boosters, but everybody's different. Everybody has a different priority. So ×4 commander boosters, you get 5 of those. Right. Well, on the ×4 commander boosters, they sell 20, last week they had it for sale. 20 of those was 850 gold. So that makes them 212.5 gold is what that represents. 3 days of premium time technically I think is like 250 gold. So it's slightly more valuable, relatively speaking. It's 50-50. Anyway, Loza's Sherman. It's an okay tank. I have it, from a bundle. I got it for dirt cheap, so it's not a big deal for me. I never play it. It's just another Sherman. If you're a Sherman collector, great. Otherwise, I'd pass. Something you pick up for dirt cheap or for free, I guess. But if you don't make it, it's still the best idea to go for the points. And if you get to the end or close to the end and you don't have enough to get the King Tiger or the Stockade, then you might want to go and do something else because everybody's different. King Tiger, this is the butt kicker. Tier 8. This is a Tier 8 Stockade. I don't remember what the tier is for the Sturm VK. But this is number 1. This is number 2. This is a 12,000 gold tank. This one is also not cheapo. I think it's 14,000 gold is what this sells for in the store. Because I think a half price is 7,000 gold. I would have gotten it, but it doesn't look as visually interesting. But for an earn operation, I'll take it. So that's really what I'm going to do is snag those 2 for sure. Now, the rest of that stuff is just sales. You can check out the sales yourself. It's no big deal. I wouldn't really waste my time. The sale tanks that they have, for the most part, are not as cool as the ones that are available here. And so, like I said, this is really Dream Machines too. So get to it, get after it, and get your stuff. And then once you decide, maybe all you want is a King Tiger and maybe you want a Sturm VK. Okay, and after that, go to town on the boosters or premium time or whatever it is. Whatever floats your boat. Now, one of the things that will help you is that you can do this at Tier 3, which means if you have a specific, like say Tier 3 or 4 tank where you can score a lot of wins in a short period of time, that is the way to go. If you have a tank where you can score high in a fast amount of time, you need to pound that dude, and it will make this way simpler. If you're out there playing Tier 10, trying to build your points, I'm going to get, whatever, you're going to find out that you can run a maximum of about 6 or 5 Tier 10 matches an hour. Conversely, if you have a wicked Tier 3 or 4, Locust Tier 3 or a Panzer 3J for Tier 4, you could run 8 and possibly 9 matches in an hour. And it adds up, bro. So you can beat this. You can beat the system, if you want to call it that, by thinking, playing something you score very well in, whatever that is. Because scoring well is better than anything else because of the payoff you get. I didn't mention this. Where is it at? There you go. You get 5 points for being MVP on your team. All right, either overall or just for your team. 3 points for the top 5 places. 1 point for up to top 10. So if you have a tank that has a disproportionately high MVP finish, that's what you should play. I have one of those. So that's the thing. I have actually several of those, to be honest, but one of them is tier 2, and it's not really worthwhile in this operation. So if you can play, for example, let's say you're just an ace in a Panzer 3J, and you could score MVP or top 5 almost every game. That's what you should be running. You're going to rake it in. No one at a higher tier could match that kind of result because you're going to cycle games faster than anybody else. And that is the key. Cycling your games at a high scoring rate is what will generate you the points faster than anything else. And like I said, you don't really want to get distracted by these low-end guys. Keep your eye on the big prize, whichever that is. Now, hey, maybe you don't want a King Tiger. Maybe the only tank you want from this group is the Loz's Sherman. It doesn't matter. Don't let someone tell you what you want. You tell you what you want. I'm just here to give you the template to explain how you can acquire whatever it is you want at a faster rate. So that's the key. So if you can acquire 2 tanks, 1 tank, 3 tank, whatever, faster, that leaves all the extra time that you're going to have to pick up maybe a premium time, maybe pick up the times 4 commander boosters. Realistically, that's the only thing you should be considering are the commander boosters and the premium time, because times 2 vehicle boosters and times 3 vehicle boosters are really low end. They're not that useful. They're only really good for running through a tech tree. And if you're going to run through a tech tree, what you're going to find out for the most part is that the experience that you have to earn in each tank is going to help increase your skill, because each tank has a slightly different personality of how you have to play it. So going fast is an advantage to a degree with a vehicle booster, but indirectly you're kind of robbing yourself of improving your play. That's just my opinion. I don't even care about any of that stuff. It's premium time, which is very useful. Once you have acquired, over like 60 days of premium time, you recognize the value that premium time offers like this can be. Times 4 commander boosters are great. It's just, tomato. It's just up to you, whatever floats your boat. So just figure out what you want to do. Write it down if necessary. Make a plan and then stick to the plan. Trust me. It's going to get annoyingly slow. You come up with your plan, write it down, and go, hey, I'm working on this. Like myself, I'm going to go for the King Tiger. And it takes a while to get that. So, I just try to put it out of my mind. I'm not worried about that. I'm doing all my other stuff. I'll do my long hauls. Those are, first in my mind. As an example of this technique of making your goal and then don't worry about it. The current Senlac contract has been the easiest contract for me. I just play light tanks that I would play. I don't even think about it. I only had to make sure one time that I got the specific thing I needed. After that, I haven't done jack squat. It just all happened by itself. I don't even care. I don't know where I am. I just keep getting the thing. Stage 6 finished. I'm in stage 7 right now, and I'm getting, I'm past halfway. I'm not even trying to do that contract. The closest I get to trying to do that contract is, I'm going to play a light tank. That's contract. Or I'm playing a medium tank. It comes up on the screen. Oh, this is contract compatible. Okay, great, whatever. That's as close as I get to it. Don't think about it. It gets annoying and it will, just grate on you. Get it out of your mind. Just do your business, play with your friends, do whatever you have to do that is more of a pressing nature. Do your long hauls. If you're working on advancing a tank to the next level in the tech tree, work on that. Don't bog your mind down with all this minutia. So really, that is what is going to be the best way to do this, as far as I have experience, and my friends have done the same thing. So that should help you out a lot. So please leave a like for this video. Tell your friends so they have a chance to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Hopefully this helped you out, and leave a message if you would to tell people what kind of success you've had once you've seen this video or whatever. So thanks for watching. I will see you guys real soon in another video. You can believe that. I got more today.